What widely accepted life hack is actually terrible advice? Most tricks that involve self-defense are extremely dangerous if you use it in a real situation. If you're worried about that, just learn how to fight. When I did martial arts, the instructor gave us all white t-shirts and markers as knives and asked everyone, him included, to defend themselves and prevent any marks on our shirts. We all failed, and him included. That was to teach us that no one is safe from a knife attacker. Knife defense in my gym is just code for the warm-up run. Your warm-up run is an all-out sprinting, mad dash, full speed away from the attacker while screaming at the top of your lungs. That's my knife defense, at least. Anything that involves a detox. Your liver and kidneys exist for that exclusive purpose. Drinking a shot of apple cider vinegar mixed with olive oil and maple syrup isn't going to miraculously cleanse your blood of impurities. Those people will do anything except drink more water. You can use WD-40 for hundreds of different things. Nope, it's really bad for certain things. Locks, bike chains, anything rubber or wood or painted. I was brought up believing it's a cure-all for most household automotive problems when often it makes the problem worse. I think this one out of all captures the true essence of the question OP asked. I usually use WD-40 when metal on metal starts squeaking, but I guess I need to be a bit more careful. Life hacks that involve exploiting resources intended for the common good. Like, sure, you don't have to buy creamer for your coffee at home if you take it from your office, but the impression you make isn't worth the savings. I had a coworker take a first aid kit that had been left in one of the break areas, and when we asked, she said she took it because someone left it there. You mean left it there in the common area for everyone to use? When I worked at my old warehouse job, there weren't a lot of girls at first on the second shift. I was actually girl number 2 on the team. When we started getting more, some of us decided to make a little basket with period products to share in one of the bathrooms. It was really sweet until one day I walked in and the whole basket was gone. No word on what happened to it, but everyone was furious. I sort of suspect one of the old managers on first shift who was a bully. She ended up getting demoted all the way down to packing boxes and eventually quit from what I've heard. All right, tiny break. I set myself a goal to reach 100 subs before the month ends, so if you're still here, maybe drop a like and subscribe. Let's see if we can actually pull it off. Let's continue. Most cleaning acts are a good way to either light your house on fire, create accidental tear, mustard, or other weaponized gases, give yourself chemical burns, ruin your floors, appliances, or furniture, etc., and at the very best, just creates more work for you than there needs to be. I was a professional cleaner for years. Most cleaning supplies do their jobs well without needing help from other cleaning supplies or intense scrubbing. Just follow the directions on the bottle and you're golden. If you want to try out different products, each cleaning, to see which one you like best, go for it. Just don't mix them. Oh my God, I see so many people on social media absolutely filling their toilets with like 6 different cleaning products at the same time. It's ridiculous. I've also seen people do this after filling the bowl with ice. Just clean your toilets regularly with a brush and one cleaner and you'll be fine. That sounds like fake advice someone from 4chan would make up to fuck with gullible people. Just waking up early doesn't make you productive. It will make you worse if you genuinely need the rest. Edit. I said just. It's fine to get up if you have a good reason, but being forced or shamed into waking up early isn't the same thing. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Some people function well early, some function well late, some function well in the middle. Unfortunately, most jobs require you to function well within their limits, not yours. I mean, work schedules notwithstanding, their point was that shorting yourself on sleep in the name of productivity is not a good idea. No one actually functions biologically better on sleep deprivation. It fucks with our bodies and brains a lot more than we give it credit for. Start Botox and filler young. It's preventative. It actually ages you faster. You start using different muscles in the face to smile, etc. And so you will start getting wrinkles under your eyes or nose which you wouldn't have gotten until much later. Filler microscopically stretches the skin. It also doesn't fully dissolve like they said it would, so it actually will migrate to different pockets in the face, leaving your face looking puffy and lumpy. Too many actives and lasers will thin the skin, also making you appear much older. Yeah, I have Tourette syndrome, and Botox is honest to God a common treatment, at least at my severity level, for tics, especially of the scalp and face, because they can make it hard to see, give you headaches, TMJ, etc. But from what I've heard, you still look weird because now your forehead actually stands out more because it's not moving, if that makes sense. Putting a spoon in your mouth while peeling an onion stops you from crying. Total hogwash. Oh, you probably had the spoon facing down. It needs to be facing up. Then it totally works. Put it in your bum.
Any sex advice about how to please your partner
that doesn't involve directly communicating with them. To be fair, there's plenty of good general sex advice. Anytime I read sex advice for my gender, I think, nope, I would hate this. Get consent, then ask them what they like. Waiting until Black Friday to get a deal? I mean, this could work, but it misses the part where you should check and be aware of the prices beforehand, too. Some stores change the stock to lower quality products produced specifically for Black Friday sales. I've seen it said by a few younger people that one should turn their hazard lights on when driving on the highway because it makes them more visible. Don't do this. On top of no longer being able to use the turning signals, some cars will not turn on brake lights when the hazards are on, which on the highway, it's extremely dangerous. Plus, nobody else knows why the hazards are on, adding more chaos to highway driving. Just follow basic highway etiquette. You don't need to invent new rules of the road that only you are aware of. In Mexico, everyone turns on their hazards when there's a slowdown, so people behind can expect a slowdown/traffic. They also keep their blinker on while they're doing an overtake, not just while they're changing lanes. Really cool stuff and super effective. But anyone who keeps their hazards on the entire time while they're on the highway is a moron. Yeah, in Canada, people turn them on in low visibility or blizzard weather when the snow has covered the road and nobody can see it or is going to pass anyone, since the lanes aren't visible. I don't think it's technically legal though, so people have differing opinions on when to do it. And I don't do it myself unless I'm in the process of slowing way down. Though a line of hazard lights blinking has helped me get home in bad weather a few times. People at work will often tell you to never apologize. They say that it's bad for your brand. This advice is all over LinkedIn. They'll say things like, instead of apologizing for being late with a deliverable, thank them for their patience. This is borderline sociopathic advice. It's cruel, it's petty, and worst of all, it doesn't work. If you've done something worth apologizing for, just apologize. I have found apologizing gets you so much further because it shows higher-ups that you're able to recognize your mistakes, which increases the likelihood of not repeating them. Yes, agree, but I will also say that I have worked with people who say I'm sorry as if it's a verbal tick. Like literally will say I'm sorry before asking a great question. I've coached those people to stop apologizing. Vinegar and baking soda together for cleaning. It works great for cleaning science fair volcanoes. Let's talk about why this one came about and why it's silly. Vinegar can be used for cleaning and baking soda can be used for cleaning. But maybe surprisingly, using both at the same time doesn't stack. They neutralize each other. Vinegar is a watered-down acid, acetic acid, and baking soda is a base, sodium bicarbonate. Both of those are corrosive chemicals. The former has a pH lower than 7, and the latter has a pH higher than 7. So yeah, if you put strong enough vinegar on something, there's a good chance that it'll eat at whatever grime or surface area it touches. Likewise, if you put baking soda on something, then it'll eat at that too. That's why they're used in cleaning products, especially to kill mold and microbes, which are really sensitive to their environment's pH balance. Like any combination of acid and base, when you mix vinegar and baking soda together, you get water and sodium acetate salt. There are many other salts than just table salt. Water has a pH of 7 and is completely neutral, being neither an acid nor base, which is why life on Earth loves that stuff. So effectively, when you mix vinegar and baking soda together, they cancel each other out to some degree, and you're just wiping things down with a weakened, watered-down version of the stronger one. All that said, it can be useful to clean something with one of them first, and then use the other one as a second pass. Like if your washing machine is starting to leave your clothes mildewy, after physically cleaning its filters, you can run a bunch of white vinegar through it to help sterilize the plumbing. Then, to kill the vinegar smell, run an empty load with baking soda. Then maybe run one more empty load with just detergent and water to completely flush the corrosive chemicals so you don't end up like bleaching your clothes. By the way, literal bleach is a strong base, which is why it's so good at killing germs and dissolving stuff. So mixing vinegar and bleach also leaves you with a weaker solution. And also, if it needs to be said, never ever mix bleach and ammonia because that will immediately create a lethal gas. Edited bonus trivia, a supersaturated solution of sodium acetate is what they use in those little hand warmer goo packets.
After a brief chemistry lesson, I suggest we wrap up this video. So, that's it for today's story. Write down what you think are commonly accepted life hacks that are actually terrible advice. If you had fun listening, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and tap the little bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for hanging out. See you soon.